Hello there. How are you? Welcome back to M Talks. A lot of who we are, how we think, how we do things, how we plan things, how we go about our life, our attitude boils down to conditioning. A lot of it is conditioning, more than we care to accept. Yes, the way we think is conditioned in the way we have grown up. What are the things that we've seen? What are the things that have been told? More importantly, what we have been told. A lot of it today we consider myths or facts that are relevant to that point in time, which sounds more ignorant now given the current scheme of things. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. We're going to talk about some of the myths that we have been carrying, which are very different in today's world, in today's dynamics. And this video, we're going to handle one of them, which is about buying a house. You can buy a house only once in a lifetime. That's a common myth that people actually work with, yeah? And it has a sequence to it. It's like you have to graduate, you have to get a good job, it has to be secure, you have to save some money, buy a house, find a partner, or find a partner, then buy a house, have kids, settle down, and live in the house, grow old in that house. Why? Why do we have to limit ourselves one to one house? Because the question is, oh, a house means a lot of money. So I have to have a lot of saving. And it has to be the perfect house, the one where I will have my children in, grow old, and die. Why? You can buy a small house to start with. It doesn't have to wait till you have a huge amount of saving or anything of that sort. Maybe just 2 years, 3 years into your job, you can buy a house. Because today, financial institutions give the best form of credit, the cheapest form of credit for you to buy a house. So buy a house. And then the question is, what if I'm not able to continue the loan? What if I lose my job? What if it becomes difficult? Well, then you can sell it and pay back the money, and you will still be left with some residual monies because the best part about a property is that it always appreciates. Very rarely does a property depreciate or the value comes down. So you will actually benefit out of this particular act, this particular investment. And the most important thing is wealth is built over long periods of time. You can get rich by a lottery or by some fluke overnight, but you don't become wealthy overnight. Wealth is built over long periods of time, accumulated over long periods of time. And one of the best form of investments is real estate. So buy a property now. The next question: what if I lose my job? I'm not able to service the loan. I'm not able to pay my mortgage. Well, simple. You can lease the property out. You can use the rental income or the lease income to service the loan or the mortgage. Oh, that is very cumbersome. The tenants, they have to pay on time. The lease has to come on time. Today, you have a lot of options. You have short term options for lease. You have things like Airbnb. You can leave it out for short term and the monies come to you upfront. And the beauty is, if you want to enjoy the property yourself, you can spend some time in it as well. What if I get transferred? Sure, you can use this option to make sure that the mortgages are covered by the lease income. Okay, fine, I have bought a property. Now what? Well, it doesn't have to be your only property. If you have taken a property, a mortgage loan, you've been servicing it on time, the banks are too happy to give you a second loan for another property. And this is how you build wealth, by accumulating properties over a period of time. And this is something which you don't have to put all your monies into. It is basically paid for by itself. The banks give you money at a very, very, very good interest rate because a mortgage loan or a home loan is the cheapest form of credit you would get as compared to any other form of credit, be it a personal loan, or be it even a vehicle loan, or be it a credit card, which is the most expensive form of credit that you can get in the market. So you see, The whole dynamics facilitates you and helps you to invest in real estate and make yourself wealthy over long periods of time. And here is one more question that normally is asked. What about the property taxes? What about the upkeep? What you have to keep in mind is when you have a home loan or a mortgage loan, the tax benefits that you get more than cover all these things, the expenses that you have or the property taxes that you have to pay. And here is one thing which a lot of people don't tell you. If you have a home loan or a home mortgage and you've been paying on time, you have a certain leeway. You can take a top up loan or a second mortgage, and that can help you during emergencies or things that you haven't planned for. Like if you want to suddenly travel with your family somewhere, where will the money come from? Instead of taking a personal loan, which is very expensive, or paying with your credit card, which is the most expensive, you can actually use this facility to kind of tide over situations like this. Or for that matter, if let us say you run up for some reason huge amounts on your credit card, which is the most expensive form of credit, you can actually take a top up loan on your mortgage or on your home loan and use it to settle this and pay in small bits and pieces and still have the card for you to use during emergencies. You see, these are things that people don't tell you. These are things that people actually are not aware of. They're more ignorant. And these are myths that have been carried. I would say maybe they were like, for some reason, valid at one point in time, but that was long back when the financial industry is not or was not what it is now. But things are very different. This is the way you can actually build wealth. You can actually look at having a lot of properties which you can Airbnb out or which you can lease out on short term basis and can be a retirement plan for you as well. Think about it. This is a damn good option. This is something that you should actually look at aggressively. Forget about what they used to say. One house, your dream house, you build it, you live in it, and then you have your children living, you pass it on to them, to you, to their grandchildren, or to your grandchildren, I beg your pardon, and so on and so forth. This is what I wanted to share with you in this particular video. If you liked what I said, please hit the like button. If you subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And if you have any comments, please feel free to leave them with me. But in the meanwhile, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. Bye for now.